back for an interview here at ICE Barcelona 2026 show. Welcome back, Monika.
Hello, it's lovely to see you again, guys, and welcome to ICE Barcelona to 2026.
When we take a look at an average online casino site, they tend to have thousands of games. What motivates operators to add more?
Generally, more games means more players playing those games, and it means more revenues for the operators. Everybody's trying to find a way to diversify, to stand unique, to open something unique for the players, and that's why they add new content.
One could say that online casinos are like app stores, and game developers like yourself want to be in as many places as possible and be as visible as possible. Is this generally true or is it more nuanced?
Yes, to a great extent, that's exactly what it means. Of course, in the highly regulated jurisdictions, there is like a limitation, and we mostly work on highly regulated jurisdictions.
Thank you. And from an operator point of view, what would be an ideal game? How would you describe it?
An ideal game would be a sticky game, a game which naturally attracts the player. It grabs his interest. It makes the player entertain, stay longer on the device, really experience the game, go inside the game, and that's what every studio out there is trying to do. A sticky game which naturally attracts traffics, and games which also become viral on the social media. This is what the operators actually want.
That makes perfectly sense. But also from your point of view, there could be something as an ideal operator. How would you describe that?
An ideal operator would be an operator who actually knows their business, knows what they're doing, and they do it in a professional way. Of course, they stick to their word and deliver to the players and to their partners exactly what they've promised.
And how is the market right now? Are operators rushing to add more games, or do game studios have to be the first to reach out?
Well, that's a tricky question. It really depends. If you created a demand for your product, then the operators would rush for that product. If you're still in the process of creating that demand, and then obviously you have to chase the operators.
Partnerships are easy when everything is working as planned, of course. But the real life is very different. And this is where your years of experience becomes valuable at CT Interactive. Can you explain your general approach to handling difficult situations and maybe share a particular case?
That's a very good question. Thank you. We work in technology, AI, machine learning, etc. So sometimes things really get messed up, and you can have a difficult situation on a daily basis. I have a few mantras that I'm using for me and my team, because first of all, nothing is personal. That's how we should see things. Second mantra would be things always happen for a reason. We just need to understand what the reason is. And the third one will be relax. We will find a way to resolve it as long as we speak to the partner. That's the most important thing. Open communication, trying to understand if you messed up with something, how you can fix it so you don't mess up with another partner.
As you mentioned earlier, trust is everything in a long-term partnership. Can you share a bad example, a true story from the industry?
Yes, actually, I have a recent bad story with a person I known for ages in the industry, and I've always had his back. Then the bad example is saying a lie to ruin the trust between you and another partner, and this for me is the most horrible thing one person can do, because it doesn't really matter whether you do it for pennies or for a lot of money. We should all try to be really avoiding lies and keeping the trust, because we work in this industry and we all work for the good of the player. We want the player to have fun, to entertain.
It's funny that you mentioned that because my next question is about the player. You know, when it comes to trust, let us not forget the most important part in the player, as you said. Although most of your day-to-day work as a CCO is business to business,
Yes.
how do you think about trust from the player's point of view?
So for a casino, that's a simple question, because trust means RNG, random number generator, which is working correctly. No technical issues, so the players get their winnings, and of course they continue playing your game. And this is the most important. to secure technically that everything is running smoothly and that is running as it should in a fair way.
Perfect. Finally, after the Christmas break, what should you and the industry look forward for 2026?
Well, two parts. First one is for the industry in general. I've been thinking is we should be looking out for which is the next jurisdiction which is going to get regulated and to what extent what the requirements would be and how this going regulated will impact the business overall. And from City Interactive point of view, we have uh, coming up soon new interface which is really amazing. We've been working on that for a while. And then we have new product lines. We are releasing new certifications, and we've added more products like live casino, crash games. Also, we have Lotto, Keno, and Scratch. So I think this is a very, very big start for City Interactive. And of course, we'll try to answer all the demands on the market.
I'm really surprised hearing so many new products coming to market this year, so I can't wait to try them. Thank you very much for the interview, Monika.
Thank you very much, and I wish a very successful and amazing year for all your players and Panthers.